Okay, quick heads up. The short clip you just saw? I didn't spend hours cutting, zooming, or re-recording. I uploaded one long podcast episode, and Vizard turned it into that ready-to-post clip in minutes. No messy timelines, no hunting for highlights. That's why I want to walk you through exactly how I do this, step by step, because it changes the whole way creators scale content. If you've seen me talk about repurposing content before, you know the usual pain. You record a 60-90-minute episode, you think, I should post snippets, and then the editing chaos starts. Either you pay an editor a small fortune, wrestle with Premiere and Final Cut, or you try a half-baked mobile app that mangles audio. Vizard flips that script. It automatically finds the good moments, crops them into vertical and square formats, and even helps you schedule them out across platforms so you aren't manually posting every day. Let me show you a real example. I grabbed a recent interview, full length, raw, and here's what I did. Step 1, upload the file to Vizard. That's it. While coffee was brewing, Vizard analyzed the episode, identified the parts with the most energy, laughs, and spikes in engagement, and suggested 10+ clips that could work as TikToks, Reels, or Shorts. Each clip was already trimmed, captioned, and formatted in multiple aspect ratios. I literally previewed a dozen options and picked the best ones. Now, contrast that with how most creators do it. They scrub through an hour of footage, note timestamps, cut in an editor, export several versions, then make thumbnails, write captions, and schedule posts across 3 platforms. It's a full-time job. Tools like Descript and CapCut help with some of this, but they still require heavy manual input. Descript is brilliant for transcription and word-based editing, but if you want to auto-generate many platform-ready cuts and schedule them, you're still doing extra work. Other Clipper apps may be cheap or pretty, but they often miss context. They'll cut mid-sentence or ignore platform formatting differences. Vizard's sweet spot is making those editorial choices for you, without being robotic about it. All right, step 2 in my flow, review and tweak. Vizard gives you suggested hooks. The first 1 to 3 seconds it thinks will grab attention. And auto-generates captions. I skim through, trim a hair if needed, maybe swap the suggested start for a stronger one, and then I decide the posting cadence. This is where auto-schedule becomes insane. Set your frequency. Say 3 clips a week, and Vizard places them on a calendar. You can preview the calendar, move pieces around, and the AI will optimize timing for when your audience is likely to see it. That alone cuts the whole distribution headache in half. People always ask, how do you make the clips not feel repetitive or low effort? 2 quick strategies I use. If you don't want it to look like an automated repurpose, use very short bursts of the clip, like a 2-second hook at the start, and then cut to B-roll, product shots, or slides. The voiceover from the clip runs under that, but the visuals change fast. That makes the whole thing feel cinematic and handcrafted. The other approach, the one I use for straightforward, performance-driven posts, is to lean fully into the clip, headline text, captions, and the speaker on screen. It works especially well for authority-building content like podcast highlights or testimonial sound bites. Let me be honest, not every tool does both well. Some platforms are fantastic at one-off edits but terrible at scaling or scheduling. Some give you a fire hose of auto clips, but no control over where they post or when. Vizard balances automation and control. You can accept the AI's picks, or you can edit with fine-grained precision. If you want to batch create, set posting rules, and let the AI handle the grunt work, Vizard handles that workflow elegantly. Here's something I did next. I used a short script prompt to create captions and CTAs that sound natural. I asked for conversational, podcast-style captions, nothing salesy, and matched the tone to the speaker. You don't have to do that, but pairing a lightweight caption edit with Vizard's generated clips makes your posts CTR better and feel more human. Pro tip, avoid generic CTAs like buy now or sign up today. Instead, use curiosity and specificity. Why I ditched my morning coffee for this, or one weird tweak that doubled my focus. Those CTAs get clicks without screaming ad. Use cases endless. Repurpose long-form interviews into daily social posts. Turn webinars into bite-sized tips. Extract testimonial clips from customer interviews and pepper them across a funnel. I run a few clients where their top of funnel is a mix of short educational clips and emotional customer stories. Vizard produces both without me having to babysit the editor. And a note on quality. When you're cutting clips for under 10 seconds, the editing has to be tight, or the audience will call it out. Vizard's clip detection is surprisingly smart about cutting on natural pauses and punchlines, so the mouth movements and audio feel synchronized. If you are picky, and you should be, you can nudge the in-out points and the captions. For bigger creators who care about brand polish, Vizard integrates easily with a Final Pass in Premiere or Final Cut, if you want to add advanced color or motion graphics. But 80% of the time, the auto output is publish ready. Let's talk pricing and alternatives for 2 seconds. Manual editors are expensive, tens to hundreds of dollars per hour, and they're a bottleneck. Tools like Descript solve specific problems, great transcription, voice cloning, word-based editing, but the scheduling and bulk clip generation are limited. Basic mobile editors are cheap, but they're slow for scaling because you still need to do everything clip by clip. I've tested other auto clip tools that promise bulk exports, but they either cut everything awkwardly or force you into one format. Vizard differentiates by combining robust clip detection, multi-format exports, and a content calendar scheduling layer. That last part is underrated. Editing is half the job. Consistency and timely posting are the other half. Now, for a quick behind-the-scenes workflow I use every week. 1. Upload raw long-form video, podcast, interview, webinar. 2. Let Vizard analyze and propose 12-20 clips. 3. Scan the suggested hooks, pick 6 to 8 winning clips. 4. Tweak captions and CTAs, adjust the opens if necessary. 5. Use autoschedule to populate a 2-week posting calendar. 6. Export for platforms or publish directly from the content calendar. This whole loop takes me under 45 minutes for an hour-long episode. And that includes caption polish and CTA tweaks. A couple of mindset things. If you're protective of your brand, don't let automation do everything. Use Vizard to do the heavy lifting, and then add human touches where they matter. Branded intro or outro, unique captions, or a custom thumbnail. If you're growth-oriented and testing lots of creatives, embrace the automation and iterate quickly. I found the latter is where Vizard really shines. You can test 20 variations in the time it used to take to release one polished edit. Lastly, I want to give a reality check. Automated clipping isn't magic. Sometimes the AI suggests a clip that's context-dependent or cuts a sentence awkwardly. That's okay. You're the editor-in-chief. Use the suggestions as a springboard, not gospel. Also, because we're always juggling ad policies and platform nuances, keep an eye on content compliance if you're promoting something regulated. If you want to try this yourself, take any long video you've recorded, a podcast, a product walkthrough, a client interview, and let Vizard hunt for the moments. Play with the auto-schedule frequency for a week and watch how consistent posting compounds. For creators strapped for time, this workflow will free up hours every week. For growth teams, it's a way to scale creative testing without blowing the budget. All right, that's the rundown. I'll leave links below if you want to test it out and see how your episodes turn into scroll-stopping clips. If you made it this far and want feedback on a clip stack or help setting up a posting cadence, drop me a message. I review a lot of creators' content and can point out low-effort wins. Go try it, and you'll probably find you're posting more and stressing less. Peace.